I definitely do feel smarter, you know. You get a sense of satisfaction when you've done a little bit of research on it. You found that you didn't jump in the first item and then you found a better deal, or you found a cheaper deal or more value or an added incentive, and you get it and you hand over your few bob and you're happy, and you know it works.
I would be reevaluating the way I look at things and how I'm buying things lately. Like, I would be conscious of, you know, spending more money, trying to find a deal so that I could have more money to spend on other things. She had her iPhone for like 40, I think the deal was on hers, like, and she had, you know, she never went over the bill. She had her text phone, her data. So I think when she, you know, obviously she's spending half the money and has a lot more than I had at the time, I was definitely ready to change at that stage, yeah.
So my experience with O2 wasn't good in the fact that I had no 3G, like very, very little 3G coverage. Definitely not, I suppose, where I was working like all day, every day. And then when I'd be going, I suppose, pottering around the place, I was just finding that it was just really slow. It just wasn't really working very well. The tipping point for me would have been, yeah, I suppose, ringing customer service, not getting anywhere, dealing with the same thing again and again, numerous times. And then, yeah, just being, I suppose, my frustration leaving, like, or getting to the point that I wasn't interested in messing about anymore, because I just felt like it wasn't going to be fixed. It wasn't going to be fixed, then, you know, that nothing was going to change. So there was no point in me staying where I was when I could just change back to Vodafone and not have the same problems that I've been having.
When I went in at the time, there was two tariffs. You know, it was black or white, so there was no flexibility whatsoever in there. So I said, well, look, this is what Vodafone can offer me, this is what you can offer me, but surely you can do something better for me. But no, they just wouldn't budge. They weren't flexible at all.
I didn't feel valued because I had been with them for 10 years, and you know, they didn't acknowledge the fact that I had been a long-term customer. So if they had done that, or even like just given me some sort of like loyalty bonus, I probably would have reconsidered like changing providers.
I didn't feel like, you know, that they needed my business, you know, and so I suppose I cared about them more than they cared about me. I needed them more than they needed me, because obviously I need a phone provider that's going to do everything that I need them to do, whereas they're just offering a service to however many hundreds of thousands of people. So, you know, they weren't really offering me anything more than I could get anywhere else. They weren't calling me to make sure that I was okay, you know, that the service was any better, or to make sure that my problem had been fixed, even after numerous times of me ringing them. You know, it is the little things like that that do make all the difference, I think.
I feel a lot better with 3 at the minute. Just, I've only been with them obviously like a couple of months, but just even contacting them, there's no wait to, like, there's no waiting time on the phones or anything like that. So the minute I ring, I get through to somebody, and they're very easygoing. You know, I did miss, I think I was a day late on a bill, and I rang in a, you know, thinking there's definitely going to be hassle here, and they were fine.
I wouldn't be running back to them unless I knew that the problems that I'd had before were fixed, and I suppose I'd want to try that out. But I mean, yeah, priority moments would be one of the things that I suppose I liked about O2, that I felt, you know, was something they were constantly offering their customer, which I don't really know of other phone companies doing on a regular basis. So I liked that, and that would make a difference to me. You know, if I knew that the problems were fixed, I suppose that would make a difference to me in terms of going back.
Maybe it would be a nice touch for the likes of O2 that, you know, the more you spend with them or whatever, that it would be nice to get, you know, a set of cinema tickets on a Friday evening, or, you know, an Eddie Rockets voucher or something like that, where you weren't expecting it. You know, you didn't have to take a phone call and speak to a questionnaire for 20 minutes to get your voucher out like that. That it just arrived through the post, and, you know, it's something that you would feel good about, you know.